Hi viewers, let us now demonstrate today how to make a journal voucher entry from Fiori to SAP. The Fiori app from SAP is the brand new seamless integrated app with SAP ERP, and it has a lot of functionalities like I'm going to show you in this video. Let us now see how we can make a journal voucher entry, a journal ledger entry right from SAP. The screen that you're viewing today is called the SAP Fiori Launchpad. In here, if you could see, the tiles are arranged as per your convenience, and they can be arranged, rearranged, and modified as you do in any mobile app. Now, in this video, let us demonstrate the first option of posting the journal voucher entries through the tile here, which I am pointing. And when you have to do this, it provides both the functionalities of FB50 and FB50L. FB50 in the traditional ERP GUI offers you the functionality to post a journal voucher into a common ledger, and it doesn't show you where you can post it. The ledger is not visible here, and it posts to the default ledger. But if you go to FB50L, it has the functionality of posting to a different ledger group that you can choose from the drop down here. And now let us see how we can do this using a Fiori app. This is the Fiori Launchpad, and I have arranged the tiles where I use the transactions more. So in here, I do post a few journal entries, and I have it on my front screen. And this option can be arranged as per your convenience. As you click that tile, you'll be presented with the screen where you have four options: the header, attachments, notes, and balances, as you see on the topmost of the screen. Now the header provides you with various functionalities, like you can enter the journal entry date, which is the date on which you are entering the transactions. In here, I am putting today's date, which is the 30th of November 2017. And you can also type this, or you can, like I just did, you can just click on the calendar button and then choose whichever date that you want the posting to happen. Now let us choose 30th of November 2017. And the second one is the posting date. The entry date and the posting date can be different. So the entry date could be today, whereas the posting date could be either in the future or in the past. And the period will be auto-populated based on your calendar settings. So for this, it will be 11, and it will be changed when you make the actual posting. The journal entry type is SA, the document type, that is the document type. And the company code is 2505. This is a pre-configured company code, which I normally use to make the postings. And then you'll be presented with an option like which is your transaction currency. It could be the US dollars, euros, Swedish crowns, or whatever you choose it here. And it also offers you the functionality of posting through an intercompany transaction and what is your trading partner, the header text, and the exchange rate. The translation date. The translation date is very helpful when you are making an entry in various currencies. So when you are making an invoice entry which is not in your home currency, then you can use a translation date, and you can also affix an exchange rate as per the agreement. And now coming to the line item screen. The line item screen is quite flexible here, and you have all the options in one place. The company code, the first part is the company code, where it gets auto-populated from what you put on top, and then it gets populated in here. And if it is an intercompany transaction, you can choose the different company code here. So the intercompany transactions will take place automatically. So if you are making a transaction between two company codes, in this example, I'm using just one company code. But if you're making it between two different company codes within a common umbrella, then you can give a different company code here. And in this example, let me show you a very small posting wherein I'm trying to post the salaries from an expense account to a bank account. So I'm going to debit the expense account, and as you can see on the screen, when I start typing, it hovers up, and then you can choose from the list. And this is one of the most beautiful experiences that you will have with this Fiori app. So I'm going to debit the GL account for wages for 400,000, with $100,000, and then I'm going to post it to the same company code GL account, a credit to the bank. And as you can see again, you can choose whether you want to post it from the cash account or the HSBC account, or let me go back a little. Yeah, you can see here that you will be presented with a pop-up screen that hovers as you type. So now let us choose 220100, the HSBC current account, where I have this $1,000, and I'm going to credit it. And yes, this is the standard functionality. So if you remember the old R3 screens or ECC6 screens, so you can just put a star to copy the amount from the previous line item. And if you click the small y over there, a small thing, and you will be presented with another screen wherein it gives you more details, like you can put your item text and assignment. And the important feature that I would like to highlight to you here is whatever the currency that I have put, the $1,000 is now presented in 1,200 euros, 1,500 pound sterlings, and what is the settlement period and the material number. Material number is the same as the article number, and we'll discuss that in another video in detail. And now, since this is an expense, I need to make sure that I have to put it to a cost center. And now I know that the cost center starts with the 100. So as I put 100, again, I'll be presented with this hovering screen where I can post it to the procurement cost center 10003. And this is very seamless. And as you can see, whatever that I have configured in the actual ERP, in the standard traditional GUI comes in here. It's perfectly integrated with the backend. Now let us scroll to the header. And the second screen is the attachments, wherein you can see that on the top left corner, you have add a URL. So you might want to add a URL to actually mention to your superiors or to the company people what this posting is about, or you can attach a document for future references. So there is a check that you might have cut to post this transaction, and you can actually add a scanned copy of the check here. As you click the plus button over there, you will get an option to upload a document. The third screen now is the note. So when you make the posting, when you make the transaction, and when you want somebody to actually do a kind of a review, the guy may not have so much of time to download the document and see it. So here now I'm putting it as a test document, but let me remove it and say that these are the salaries for warehousing people. These are the salaries for the warehousing people for the month of November 2017. And then when the superior sees this, he understands that these expenditure of $1,000. Of course, it will not be $1,000. Depends on the magnitude of the business. But since this is just a transaction, I'm just putting it as $1,000. Let me correct this. Okay, and you can write whatever you want, and then click that button, that greater than button, and it submits. And it takes a while, and you can see that it goes by your name. And Sai has mentioned this as the salaries for the warehouse people for the month of November 2017. And like I demonstrated in the previous screen, if you go into the tab balances, you'll be presented with these 4 types of currencies. One is the transaction currency. The transaction currency is the currency that the employees actually receive the salaries. So people have received the salaries for $1,000, but your company code currency could be different. But in this case, my company code currency is US dollars. So I just put it as 1,000. So the currency type 00 and 10 are the same. But in in case if you are using a different company code, so if your company is domiciled in Australia, you can configure the company code currency as a AUD. And the group currency, well, the company could be operating in Australia, but the group is a resident in Europe, maybe in Germany, where they use euros. So it shows you there on the screen, depending on what settings you have in the TCO table. Now, in this case, I have applied a translation rate of 1.2 to USD to euro, and it shows you that it is 1,200 euros here. And then there is also an option for the hard currency. The hard currency, I have configured it as 40, and here it is the GBP. So, but the translation rate between the US dollar and the GBP is 1.5, and it is showing me this that the $1,000 which I posted as the salaries for the people is actually amounting to 1,500 pounds sterling. And now we have these things, and then you can go back to the header, and you have the option to simulate it or to post it. The simulate is just the traditional option of how you can view the document before you actually post it. Well, now this is very interesting. Now the system is saying that an entry is required for the value date for the field of account 220100. I have left it purposefully empty just to show you that how an error message could pop up. Now, since this is a bank account, the value date is mandatory. And as you can see, when I press on the button, there is a help text, help tip that says that an entry is required in the value date field for the account 220100. And then you just click the guy there, and then it opens the calendar for you, and you can just say that these are applicable immediately, that is 30th of November. Now let us simulate the document. And as you simulate the document, you can see that there are two items, two line items. One is the journal entry item 1, and the system is debiting this GL account 400,000, the salaries and the wages account, and it is an amount of 1,000 US dollars, and a corresponding 1,000 US dollar credit is going to the account 220100, the HSBC current account. So I am withdrawing funds from the HSBC current account, and I am paying the salaries and wages for these guys there. And if you can see the small cog over there, this is the settings. So when you go into this, you can choose which fields that you want to see. Now, I want to see the company code at the cost center. Now, the company code and the cost center are down here, and then you just click them as you do in any normal standard app, and then click OK. And there you see. And this transaction pertains to the company code 2505, and the cost center is the procurement cost center. So I have procured some services of some people, and I am posting it to the cost center 10003, and this debit goes to that procurement cost center. Now let's post the currency. Before we post the currency, let us see how we can choose this. Now you're sitting in US, in Dallas, and you want to see that in your local currency, which is US dollars. But somebody sitting in Germany and the headquarters, they want to view this in the group currency before you actually post it. So let's click the group currency and see what the system does. Yeah, euros, 1,200 euros. And somebody sitting in London wants to see this in pound sterling. And now you choose the hard currency there, and it changes to the GBP, 1,500 pound sterlings. And we are good to go with this. And here, one important thing that you could see is like if you have been using a traditional SAP, you can see that the reference transaction gets populated. This is some kind of a delirious thing that you might not have noticed. But there is also an audit trail here. So the system will identify whether you are posting it through the Fiori app or through the GUI. So when you post through a GUI, the reference transaction gets populated only with BKP F and not with the following F. Now, when it says F, appended F at the end, it says that this transaction occurred through the Fiori interface. It could be from your computer, or it could be from your mobile app, or it could be from your tablet. And you can do it as and when you like. So when you post this document, you can actually do it at the convenience from your home or from your car or from wherever you are, like when you're even vacationing on a beach. Now let us post this document and see what the system will do. Now I have clicked the post button over there, and yeah, it shows you a pop-up saying that the journal entry 10000, yeah, it went off, 22 has been created. Now this is the document. Now you can see here the journal entry 1000022, and this is the entry view. And if you click the guy over there, the button, and it shows you various ledgers where it has posted. It has posted to the leading ledger, the IFRS ledger, and other multiple ledgers. And now this is the entry that happens on the IFRS ledger, the leading ledger, sorry. And as you go into the IFRS ledger, this is the IFRS ledger posting, and it shows that the profit center 1000 has been auto-populated from the cost center there. And you can just play around with these various options to see what it has been posted to and where it has where the transaction has landed. Now, if you go into the second, the third tab, the notes. Now I have posted, and this came in the name of SAI side. The salaries for the warehouse people for the month of November, and now you can somebody who is actually doing it, and I don't wanted to just change the description, or I just want to add something, and I would say that this is for the services procured for cleaning. And when you put this, bear with me for this small typo there. When you click this and click this button, submit, you can actually add another comment, or you can remove a comment, and you can just delete this comment and just say that these are the services procured for cleaning. And this is a very innovative feature which is not present in the previous ECC, the traditional ECC. You have to go to FB02 and then change the document. But yeah, this is quite convenient. And now the related documents. The related documents get auto-populated from the main document. So the main document is the journal voucher entry, and the related documents are the controlling document. Now the controlling document is a random document, a cryptic document that has been generated from the original document. Now if you click on the document and click on the display fact sheet, it shows you the controlling document which has been created. That is the document number. That is the document number and the posting date, the company code, and the created date, the fiscal year, and the controlling area. Now, these are the items that go into the controlling ledger. The cost element is same as the journal ledger account. Now, if you see that there is no differentiation between the cost element and the GL. So when you create a GL, it automatically creates a cost element. And if you go into the settings there, the cargo there, you can again choose what you want. Now we want to choose the controlling area and the controlling area currency, the controlling area and the controlling area currency, and the cost center. Of course, we do have the cost center here. Again, let us see what the system will do if you click the cost center and the object number and click the OK button. It shows you again. Now, it is now saying that the controlling area is 2505, which is synonymous to the company code, but the controlling area currency is euro. So though you have posted the document in US dollars, the company is domiciled in Germany. So the controlling area currency is euro. It takes it automatically from the configuration, from the configuration that you have done in the back end of your company code. And the cost center is the procurement cost center. So it may not be at the back of your mind that this 10,003 is the procurement cost center. Now you can see that it is posting to the procurement cost center, and you can be sure about that. And this is the beauty of it. And if you go to the traditional ECC, and if you go there and click on the display document, you can see the document here. So here, you don't have to remember the posting keys. 40 for debit and 50 for credit. You don't have to do that. The system will remember these for you. And then you can actually see that the amount is designated in different currencies. So $1,000 USD and $1,000 is the local currency. And the group currency is at 1,200, which is in euro. And then you have a hard currency here, which is 1,500, depending on the exchange rate. And you can define additional currencies as and when you want, like. And this is the ledger view, the general ledger view. So if you click the general ledger view and go there, I have configured a few more currencies just for our understanding. So I have configured 2 additional currencies, AED, which is the dirham, Saudi Arabian dirham, and then INR, Indian rupee. So the system will go into the ticker table and fetch the rate, multiply the rate with the 1,000 US dollars, and populates it over there. And this is quite good. And what I have shown in the Fiori screen can also be simulated here. So if you want to see this in any other different ledger, you can choose the ledger here. 0L is the leading ledger, B1 is the IFRS ledger, and B2 is the extension ledger, and B3 is an additional ledger that I configured for 2,505, the company code. This is just a snapshot of how SAP can do and what it can do, and you can display the various currencies for the document here. So when you can go back to the entry view, and this is how you can do that. And if we go back to the Fiori screen, this document, when you go back, you can actually reverse the document, and you can create a correspondence, send an email, and do a lot of things from the screen. So it's just like playing around with any mobile app than working on the ERP system. You don't require a SAP GUI for this. You can do it from the convenience of your phone or a tablet, or you can slice and dice the data as in how you require it. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration, and we'll talk to you again with another video. And for more of these kind of videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.